Hey, Scoops.
Hello.
Welcome to the Inside Scoop.
We're back. And actually, this is really funny because right before we started this, I was downstairs and Colin walked in. I was like, hey. And he gave me a really weird look and I was like, oh, whatever. And then he was like, thought you were Leah. From our other episode.
I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Do we ever pull a twin or a parent trap?
We got asked that we were out taking pictures today, and someone was like, "You look mischievous. Like you look like you pulled. You've switched spaces." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Do we look
mischievous?
mischievous?
Do we look mischievous? I feel like we usually give the goody two shoes vibes."
The nervous chipmunk energy.
Who knows?
We've been running nonstop today, like running insanely. We're just like, then we finally stopped as we were trying to get like everything set up, and we're like, I'm hot, I'm tired, and we're like, okay, gotta film the podcast. Let's go. We got this.
To this point.
Yeah, but we do love filming these episodes. Like,
I mean, if this is honestly the best part of like everything that we do, because we just get to like sit and chat and have
it's
some
so
fun
nice.
sister time and
I also get to show off if you're a watcher. I've got my little fish set on that I've been obsessing to Leah about, that I've been wanting to get. This little.
I'm really jealous. I need to get this now. Or maybe you just won't find it in your suitcase on the way home.
Now I just need a vacation to like wear it on. But
I know, beachy vacation. That sounds nice right now. It's like suddenly gotten warm today too. That is just.
it's like 80s here. Like we might as well be on vacation. But
all of a sudden it was 50, 60. And then all of a sudden, okay, nope, just kidding. We are in summer mode.
I know.
Summer mode.
Well, I think we should just like dive in.
Let's
do our thing.
Let's do it. Ins and outs?
Ins and outs.
Okay, I'm gonna start strong because this is a clear in. Like often as I'm like, I don't know what's my in, or I'll forget it. My clear in this week is Pilates.
Pilates.
I've been posting about this on stories a lot too. That I found a new studio in New Haven, and it was like on my list of places to check out because I was looking for a mat Pilates class, because I feel like sometimes the reformer,
I've never done reformer Pilates.
I mean, it's a great workout, but sometimes I feel like it's almost too much like resistance. Like I like to use my own body weight for things.
Okay.
So this place has been on my list. You can do like a 2-week for like a really discounted price.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I'll wait until I've just been, traveling a lot for singing, and then came back and I was like, okay, starting the 2 weeks, here we go. And when I tell you, I have never been so excited to just like get up, sign up for a class. Like I went to this first class.
I mean, that's the best where you wake up and you're like, time to work out.
And the thing is, it's like the brightest studio. Like it's filled with sunlight.
That's
it's
awesome.
really open windows. They have like real candles in the front.
Oh, dang.
Like huge arched mirrors, and you just feel like it's almost like therapy just being in this beautiful loft space. Oh, like exposed brick.
Wow.
From my first class, I was like, and my wallet just got a little lighter because I know I'm going to have to sign up.
But not as light as if you were trying to do a Pilates class in New York.
That's true. I was thinking about that too. I was like, actually, girl math, I'm saving money. I've earned money.
Saving money because I'm not doing this in New York.
But I've gotten some of the best workouts, and like the instructors are so great. I have only done mat Pilates maybe like once or twice, but oh my God, is it like an intense workout? Like your arms and everything, you're using lightweight, but by the end of it, you are
a lot of pulses.
A lot of pulsing. There is a lot of pulsing. And I think, okay, this has to be the end of the sequence. No, she's like, and now we're going to add on donkey kick.
And 32 more
lift.
counts.
And now we're going to crunch and lift. And I'm like, but my butt can't handle this.
Oh my
it's already
gosh.
juicy. Like, I don't know how.
That's like, you'll have to set up a little camera and just be like, oh, I'm just recording my progress, and like turn it around like Sarah.
I saw somebody had posted on their stories, or they had reposted, someone was like, wanted to take one of those cute little Pilates pics when they're like drenched.
That would be
in
me.
sweat.
I get so red.
It is like lightly heated too, and at the end you're hot. But I am just like addicted to the feeling of it, because at the end I'm like, wow, I feel energized. I don't feel so drained. So that's my clear in.
Okay, you have to take me as a guest pass.
I do get some guest passes with my full blown membership that I'm about to purchase, because I'm like, I'm doing this for me. This is so worth it, and I'm just obsessed.
Well, that's
obsessed.
great. You have to show me some of those ab workouts.
Yeah.
Like,
is your in also Pilates?
No, mine is erring on the side of snack foods, which I don't think goes along with Pilates life. So
We gotta eat.
One of my favorite Trader Joe's snacks that I like randomly discovered. I was like, I just want to get like one of the cheapest things I can find. One day when I was in there, and I was like, oh, these look
I'm trying
interesting.
to guess what this could be.
Okay, so they're
It's not the little cones.
no.
Okay.
They're the Papadums. I think I'm saying it right. Have you had these?
Parpadum.
I think it's Papa.
I think you gave me some.
Papadums.
Oh no, you brought it when we went to DC
Did I?
on our car trip with Mom.
I bought some. Okay, yeah. I mean, I've been buying these
They
for a
are
bit.
so stinking good.
So it's just a chickpea and lentil flour and
With,
some
like,
cumin
seasonings.
seeds. So like it's really like 3 or 4 ingredients.
clean.
And it has, because it's chickpea and lentil flour, like it's got protein, it's got fiber.
oh dang.
And just has like a little bit of cumin flavor. So really good. But I have not seen them in the stores for a bit, and I thought they were like totally done.
Really?
I was like, oh no, I didn't even get to
You're
stock
like,
up.
no, just as I found something that I love.
I mean, you know how Trader Joe's does with stuff like that. Like they had a stuffing flavored
Popcorn.
Oh.
Bless.
Oh
Bless
my
those.
God, was that good?
popcorn.
And I
Oh my
only got
God.
one bag. I must have gotten like at the end
Or
of the
the
season.
cinnamon drizzle granola.
Don't even.
R.I.P.
I thought that was a permanent thing.
Me too. It should be. It was so good.
But anyway, these Papadums. I'm like, I need to go. Like,
I know we did like
I think it's
Google.
Papa.
How do I pronounce?
I think it's like P-A-P-A-D.
It's like the really thin, crispy things you get when you order Indian.
yeah.
That's like the
Yeah.
thinnest cracker.
Yeah.
The thinnest cracker.
And so these are so good. But I was at the Trader Joe's on the Upper West Side the other day, and I like know where I've gotten them. But I've just been going to the Trader Joe's on the Upper East Side, and I saw them, and I was like,
Did you do what I would have done? About 3?
no, I just bought one because I had to lug it home through Central Park.
I still would have been like, like bag under both arm, bag in the mouth. Just-
No, but
Were you able to resist and wait until you got home?
oh no.
Okay,
No.
good. Okay, good.
Andrew's making fun of me because the bag was all like ripped up, and
Okay.
he was like, "What happened?"
All right.
And I was like,
My faith in you is restored because
opened
I'm the
this
type of person who like
on the way home.
I hop in the car after getting some groceries and I'm like,
Oh,
Leah
no.
needs a snacky. Like I'm just constantly like,
No,
if I made a purchase of food, like I'm immediately going to start eating that.
No, I
can't wait.
I'm
I can't
snacking
wait.
on the streets of New York, like absolutely.
It's like I buy a bag of carrots, I will be opening that bag of carrots and munching in the car. I did that the other day. I'm like, you want from?
See, carrots are
Colin?
not the one that like. No, I can wait
I
to
mean,
eat the
but
carrots.
that was after I'd eaten a pastry.
Oh, see,
So
it's
I
for
was
me.
just
It's
looking
like
for a little healthy
the
treat.
the Cacio Pepe puffs from Trader Joe's and the Papadums. Like those must be devoured immediately. So
I got one of their new flavor popcorn. It was really good. It's something like expeditious. It has like a weird, it has suspicious. It's like some weird kind of
Oh.
made up word, but
I haven't
it's like
seen
extra
that.
savory. It's really good. I think I have some downstairs. You can have some.
okay,
For the train.
Yeah, take the train back after this. Have a little snack.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think my out, like I have such a more difficult time picking my outs because generally I'm not like so anti anything.
I always try and think of like what's an experience that I had this week that I'm like, meh.
Yeah, but I think my out is like full foundation.
Okay. I know you
Because
mentioned that you were like in your natural era.
yeah,
right?
and so lately I've been using my Typology a lot, or like tinted, like a CC cream or BB
I love
cream.
that Typology tinted serum.
Oh my god, it's so good. And so
And Mama Scoop is obsessed with it too. We got her.
we
hooked
got
on
her
it.
onto the dark side. She's like, do you have a code for that? Like I could stand to
wish
have a
we did.
refill. But so especially like I feel like everybody goes to these Pilates classes. This Pilates is just gonna like become my life. I'm like, I did this because of Pilates.
Please
this
don't.
only
I
Pilates.
will destroy you. You're like, oh yeah, this one time in my
I'm about to
Pilates
be a
class.
Pilates
No, I'll be like,
girly.
no, you are normal. Don't talk like that.
Hey, do not offend my Pilates girlies. I am one of them. What was I about to say? Oh, that it's like everybody goes, but they've got really cute matching sets. Like everybody looks good.
Says me who has wears like one workout outfit because I work
I know,
out in
every
my
time I go over
apartment.
to Sarah, I'm like, babes, like we could go get you some workout stuff.
I'm like, who's seeing me?
That's true.
Me.
But if I'm going, I'm like, oh my god, I want that cute matching set because you also have these. The whole front of the room is like mirrors, and you want to look cute, like you're looking
I
at
get
yourself, and
that.
you're like, and flex. I look good. And
I mean, yeah, if you're paying for a
repeat.
workout class, you might as
Flip
well
the
pay for
hair.
some cute workout sets, right?
Exactly.
That's
so,
like everybody who paid for tickets for the Taylor Swift concert. They're like, I might as well pay for a really cute outfit too. Like,
yeah.
I'm
So
paying
I've been doing just like filling my brows in the morning, like before I go work out, and then also putting a little tinted moisturizer on, just so I don't look like. I don't
Zombie
know, a zombie. Like it's like 7 a.m. or 7:30. Like I just want to look a little like clean girl aesthetic as I'm going there, and it makes me feel good about myself because I'm literally having these like positive affirmation conversation the whole time. I'm just looking at myself in the mirror as I'm doing the workout. I'm sweating, like doing really hard work, but I'm like, you got this. You got this. You look good. You're doing hard things.
You go, girl.
And so I like looking at myself and being like, look at yourself in the eyes and like, you got it.
Those make me uncomfortable. You're like in deep conversation with yourself in the mirror. I could just see you like,
no, I'm not even kidding though. It's like,
Sorry,
it's
I'm just
very
poking fun.
therapeutic for like like just body confidence and stuff. It's
No,
like
I get
watching
that.
yourself and like watching yourself do something hard, like reflected right back at you. I'm like,
with all the force of
Yeah.
a great
typhoon.
That's I just picture you like
Mysterious
Let's get down
as the dark side of the moon. Who knows if these mics can handle
No, I know. Or it's like
we'll just like tone it down.
I just see you like
it like red lines.
oh my gosh.
Too much activity.
That's
for
what I'm
this
envisioning.
microphone.
That is actually what I'm envisioning in my head. And like I'm staring at myself just like little Mulan moment.
Anytime I record something for opera, like you have to send stuff in, it's like I think, okay, I'll set the mic here, and then I like test it, and it's like I'm like
From all the
okay,
crazy
and setting the
reverb.
mic like at the very farthest corner of the
gosh.
room. But what's your out then?
Well, yeah, your cute sets. No, you said
My out is full makeup
Your
because
out
I've
is
just
the
been
full
doing this
makeup.
clean girl aesthetic, and I'm just like taking a shower when I get home and kind of, lightly reapplying.
Just a
Like,
little makeup.
and it just feels like my skin is kind of like light and dewy, and I don't need a ton of coverage. But that's also just summer vibes.
I'm
for
like,
me.
I'm gonna sweat it off anyway in the subway. Like, what's the point of even
I'm
putting
not
it
about,
on?
yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let the skin shine through. We've been taking care of the skin.
Yeah.
It's time for it to shine. This is why we prepped all winter.
Real women have real skin. My out is a simple one. It's mosquito bites. I woke up this morning and I've got like one.
You did. You were like,
Two. Look at this one. This one is puffy.
you made such a happy home for it that it's like, I'm going to stay here.
We've got like little pop-in screens in our apartment window, so we didn't have to like pay for custom ones, which is interesting. I like never had seen those before I moved to New York. Like they're just expandable.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
You just like slide them in, and then the windows are all weird. You just kind of like press it down, but it's
Gotcha.
not like 100% seal. You know what I mean? Like sometimes one or two bugs will slide
Right,
through.
right.
So a mosquito definitely
and
slid
one
through.
did into your happy
And
abode.
I was sleeping like slightly outside of the sheets last night because it's getting hot, and someone had a little snack on my arms. Like this one's puffy. This poor one.
Wow,
but
that one is. Remember,
know.
I was looking back at pictures from our Spain trip, and remember, I got
all over your feet, wasn't it?
it was like my legs and my
gosh.
feet, and I just remember like there was one moment where I'm just like I'm scratching, and I'm just like I was like
remember it
I
was
am
like-
losing it.
It was right on where your sandal strap was, and you were
God.
like, I can't.
Well, and then we were
do
reading
this.
that there was like a specifically like extra allergic or something.
I mean, your mosquito bites were big.
like I had like an allergic reaction to it.
Yeah, they were red.
And so remember we had to go to the pharmacy and I'm just like,
know.
para picaduras, like we're just like,
I know.
what can I do? Like they were just so intense. And so that came back in my like memories. Remember these sweet memories of your trip? And it was like
These sweet
mosquito
memories
bite. I was like,
of your
oh
trip.
God. Oh,
Remember when we
God.
went to Spain? I ended up with that rash all over my legs from like whatever kind of like dust or different, and they didn't have any. They
like
were like,
hydrocortisone cream or anything?
oh no, it was like hydrocortisone cream. I was like, what's that? So
Like,
now
we
I
never
always
heard of
I
that.
always bring hydrocortisone cream
That
when I
is Sarah's
travel.
like unglamorous thing she always has to travel
yeah,
with.
what's
is
the one thing you
hydrocortisone
always
cream.
bring? Hydrocortisone cream. You can always
She's
count
like,
on me.
you know what? And I feel like it has come in handy almost every time you brought it though.
It has. So anyone going abroad,
Or I had that face rash too. remember?
hydrocortisone cream. Gotta bring it. It's
Kind of like a good catch-all for
bring it.
sure.
All right. Well, our question of the week was a good one. And again, we know we've got a lot of fellow millennials here, 30s, 40s. So our question of the week is, what's something you love in your 30s or 40s that you never thought you'd enjoy?
And I think we decided on this question. I was just like, oh my God, this is so
we're like, this is a good one.
potent. And the thing is, you don't realize
No, you
that
don't.
you're starting to enjoy
don't.
something until all of a sudden it's like me, and like all of a sudden I've bought all the cute fits. I'm, looking like Pilates girl. I'm spending, I'm buying the unlimited membership. It's like, oh, Pilates. Or in Colin's life, birding.
That would definitely be Colin's.
He's like, oh, well, we have a lot of birds in our backyard. I'm a bird fielder. Build a bird feeder. There we go. I can speak. And then all of a sudden it's like, we have 11 bird feeders. We are like a regular member at Birds Unlimited.
Yes, you are now.
Right? Every time it's next to Trader Joe's, I'm like, okay, see you in 20. Okay. And I go into Trader Joe's and
You
he goes
bought
into Birds
him.
Unlimited. And
You
they
bought
know
him.
him.
You bought
They know
him
him.
that.
I bought him the Bird Buddy where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can, it's like it connects to an app on your phone. It's like, ding dong, you have a friend, and it will show you like up close video of the bird that
He's
came to visit
whittling
you.
birds.
And he got binoculars. I called them his bird binoculars.
Isn't it interesting, like, when you hit 30, 40, all of a sudden you're like, where do these hobbies come from? Like, since when have I been doing whatever? But
Yeah, but it's like you're secure in yourself.
it's
So you're like, it's
wholesome.
fine.
I think, okay, so
fine.
before we share your answers, I really think that like those fun hobbies are like, you might get made fun of them when you're younger, but they're what makes you interesting as an adult.
It's so true.
Like,
It's so true.
So if you're ever feeling insecure about any hobbies, just know like in a couple years, like you're going to be cool.
That's what I told my piano student. He was like, yeah, nobody does like theater or like piano. I was like, stick with it because the minute you leave high school, everyone's going to think that's cool.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
he's like, are you sure? I'm like,
yes.
I 100%
Trust
guarantee
me, I lived
you,
it.
do not stop playing the piano or like keep, doing the community musical theater.
I lived it.
I'm like, girls will be flocking all over you like, he can sing, and he's like, okay. I'm like, okay, now let's play some scales.
So yeah, no, that's so true.
It becomes cool somehow.
It does. It becomes cool.
You
Or
have
at
an
least,
eccentricity and people are like, that's interesting.
or at least there's other people that are also interested in it at your age.
Yeah,
and
you realize you're not alone.
You also don't care if people think it's cool or not. You're like, well, I like
I
it,
like
so
it.
whatever.
I like birding.
So we got a lot of really good responses. Here's a few.
Oh, I'm so excited for these.
So what's something you loved in your 30s and 40s that you never thought you'd enjoy? Driving in silence every once in a while. That was truly, I did that the entire time I taught middle
You just
school.
sit there, shut the door, and that's the only sound you hear. Just
Oh no, I needed the 30-minute drive home from teaching middle school to just
Rest the
decompress.
ears.
Like by the time I got home, my brain would almost stop buzzing.
rest the ears. Just like,
Let's see. Oh, this is cute. Paint by numbers.
oh, stop.
Making sourdough.
So you're after my own heart. Let's be friends.
And they said Dungeons and Dragons. Yes.
Okay,
although-
I'm starting a campaign with my friend. We're doing like every other week. We're
That's
doing
really
a
cute.
dinner party. So we're switching each other's houses.
That's cute.
So we'll host a dinner party and work on our campaign.
That is so cute.
I hope that's the right terminology. I've never played D&D, but she's like,
Yeah,
oh,
me
this
neither.
is fun and it's like inventive and
Yeah.
I feel that too. Wow, I relate to so many of these. Relate to so many. Pilates,
Someone
anyone?
else said bird watching. I definitely thought it was for people in their 60s. Honestly, living in New York, like I pay attention to the birds in the
There's, like,
park
parks
so
everywhere.
much. So many unique birds, and Andrew has an app now that it'll identify the birds based on their calls. So you just
Colin has the same one.
and you're like, oh look, it's a white-throated warbler,
And
whatever.
you can input it and they're like, oh, wow, you see that this is a little far north for the white-throated warbler.
You're like, oh, this is a unique.
You're helping them
find.
chart the birds.
Someone else putting up a bird feeder. Okay,
Birds, okay.
someone said doing laundry. There's something very relaxing and cozy about it to me. I don't know.
You see, I have not gotten there. No, I don't think that will ever be.
Well, yeah, living in
No.
New York, I have to go into the kind of dungeon basement of our pre-war apartment to do laundry. But I will say,
And is that
don't.
therapeutic to you?
No, but I don't dislike laundry as much because I can do if they're all empty, I can do them all at once.
That's true. Like,
I'm like 3 loads done.
Done.
But yeah, I like having
starts
clean
bedding.
clothes. That makes me think of Rory, where she's like that one night where she's like stays in and she's like, I can sort my laundry exactly how I like it, whites, whatever. Okay, someone else said going to bed earlier. In my 20s, I was a night owl, would stay up till 1, 2 a.m. regularly. Always thought it was normal and would never shake that habit. In my 30s, I started making a conscious effort to go to bed and wake up earlier. Now I naturally wake up between 5 to 6 a.m. every day. That's me too. I'm such a morning person.
5 to 6 though.
Like 6 a.m. is my favorite time to get up. Can't tell you how relaxing I find those early morning hours. They're actually my favorite part of the day.
I do love the morning hours when everything's still and quiet and like still cool and you're just, this is me time.
But there's something different about waking up and being a morning person
Than being a night
where
owl.
You know you're up early, but you have the promise of so much time ahead, and you're like,
As opposed to postponing going to bed and ending
where
the
you're
day.
like, I know this has to end at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
But like
yeah.
in the morning, you're like, the promise of so much time. It's early, like, someone else said, reading. I was a big reader when I was a kid, and in the last couple years, it's become one of my favorite hobbies. Also helped me to stop using social media so much. That's good. Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm
There
reading.
are also so many new fun genres, like the kind of romanticy,
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah.
rom-com. Like it's like
fun books for adults.
Yeah, it's like okay, you don't have to be reading like Great Expectations as an adult.
Right.
Like you could also
Exactly.
read fun books.
Exactly.
And you need the balance.
You do. Yeah, they said wandering a bookstore, wandering around a used bookstore is one of my favorite things to do.
Oh,
Along that, someone said really cheesy romance novels. I definitely used to judge people who read them, but the world is heavy and I can hide behind my
it's
Kindle.
so true. I'm reading Emily Henry's That's her name, right?
Yeah.
New book, and it is so good. I
gotta read it.
Colin's like, okay, do you want to turn the lights out? I'm like, yeah. Do you mind if I keep my bedside table?
I love that. I've been reading
page,
some romance novels in Spanish, so it takes me longer. Like I have
That's
to.
good practice.
It is good practice.
It's really good practice.
Yeah, you guys, your responses were like so cute. I love that. Doing laundry, birding, sourdough. So we're all right there. I would say.
What's yours, you think? Walking tours?
Yeah, I guess is that a New York? Is that just me moving to New York, or is that
You guys did that in Grand Rapids. Come on.
I guess you're right. The ones that were available.
Yeah.
Andrew and I love a good walking tour. That does make me sound old when I say that, but
That's what I'm saying.
especially being in New York,
I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. And you're just like exploring.
going to do a walking tour, and these are self-guided walking tours we do. Like we have a book. I guess that makes it even more like nerdy, but it's nice to go and do a walking tour of a neighborhood because there's so much to explore in New York that when we go, we do the walking tour, it's like, okay, here are kind of like the important buildings or noteworthy buildings, and it just gives you a little bit of a framework to go off of.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that would be mine. I also love, like, maybe I think this is also kind of New York, kind of turning 30, but I acknowledge like all dogs. I'm like, hello there. Hi.
No.
Hi.
You know what Sarah's thing that she enjoys in her 30s that she never anticipated?
Gosh, what is it?
Is taking a specific route anywhere she goes because she might glance a window kitten
Okay.
or dog. She's like, you know what? Actually, let's go this way. Let's go on 65th because there's a really cute gray cat there. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's make this turn because there might be that little schnauzer that was over here, and I'm like, it is the most wholesome thing I've ever experienced in my whole life.
It makes the walk more interesting. I'm like, I gotta walk everywhere. I might as
And
well
then you
pass
feel like
cute
you're your pets too. You're like, oh hey, Mr. Buns.
Oh
Mr.
yeah. Oh, there
Buns, the
is.
hardware
There's a
store
cat.
kid.
And yes, Mr. Buns.
I love him.
He's so
He's
cute.
let
I got
me-
to give him a scratch today.
He's let me lovingly scratch him before.
He was sitting outside. I was walking to the train station. I was like, hey.
What a cutie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what's yours? Well, yours is sourdough. And what are we talking about? Sourdough.
And I guess I will say like gardening lightly.
Yeah.
Like
Put your herbs out there.
like I really like taking care of my herb garden. Honestly though, I never anticipated being a cat lady.
you were a cat lady in your 20s, though.
No, I wasn't. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that's when we got our cats.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was like right on the edge of turning 30. That
Okay.
I always identified as a dog person, and then we got our cats, and I was like, okay.
But the kitties are like what?
You're
3
kind of
years old?
nice.
How old are the kitties?
4.
Are they 4?
Okay, so I guess that was in my late 20s.
Yeah.
But like, I never anticipated the cat lifestyle for me, and now I'm just like obsessed.
You
But
don't choose the cat lifestyle. The cat lifestyle chooses you.
It's so true.
You love me, my Figaro.
I love them so much. I like walk around the house. I'm like, hello, little kittens. Okay, me, Murphy, go. And I'm like, whoa, my voice. Wow.
See, then when you turn, like 50, as long as you're steering clear from like over cat, like, you know, like, oh, I think I could get one more. I'll be like,
Like when I have 20 cats in my house, and you're like,
Leah, I'm
Pull
sorry.
back.
I got to
Pull
cut you
back.
off.
Pull
I got to
back.
cut you off.
then no, probably sourdough.
It's totally, you just took that up and you are wholesomely engaged in it all
that
the way.
and Pilates, huh?
Eat a little bread, go do some Pilates, eat a little bread. It sounds like the perfect
that's
cycle to me.
called life balance.
That is life balance. 30s and 40s, like, what's better?
30, flirty, and rising.
Carbonated. Not
Rising?
carbonated.
Carbonated.
I was thinking carbs.
Oh.
Carbs and carved up.
Okay, we'll work on it. We'll work on the slogan for next time.
Yeah, but a little sourdough, a little Pilates. What a great way to live your 30s.
You know, you need some carbs. to
Absolutely.
work out.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe let's dive into some questions that we've gotten.
Yeah.
Oh, did it work with your face this time?
Oh, Leah's phone has been working with my face like nonstop. I think.
Colin apparently agrees with you.
Yeah, that we're looking. It's some days it works.
was
Most
like, oh,
days
it's
it
a hair.
works.
Yeah.
Some days it doesn't. I'm like,
Mine, I can't open your phone.
really?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I'll have to try later when my phone isn't recording the
Yeah.
episode.
Okay, jumping right in here. Question number 1.
Oh, and please, like, if you want to be featured on our episodes, message us on Instagram at the Inside Scoop Podcast. Like, all are anonymous. We're
Yes.
always looking for questions. Like, we need more questions. So
and
keep
your
sending them in.
question might get featured on our next episode.
Absolutely.
So question number 1. Hi, girls.
Hello.
Looking for some advice. We are here for you, your faithful servants. I'm turning 30 next month. Woo woo.
All right.
And I don't know how to celebrate. Oh, girl, let's just roll up the sleeves here. I've been building up a lot of excitement in my mind about this milestone, but as it's getting closer, I'm feeling frozen and deciding what to do. I'm single and most of my friends live out of state, but my family and a few friends do live in town. What did you do to celebrate turning 30? Any ideas for a chill 30th birthday celebration that still feels special? Oh, I love that because
Yeah.
I feel like 30 is like that milestone. I feel
Yeah.
like 30 and like 50.
You feel like I need to do something.
Like everybody is waiting to see what I'm doing to celebrate my 30th birthday, and you're like, delivery pizza and Chick-fil-A. I mean, honestly, that sounds great.
But if you want,
I'm like spacing. What did we do?
Well, I moved to New York, so I don't know how low key that is. But for our 30th birthday,
Right.
So my dream was to move to New York for my 30th birthday before I turned 30. So we got
like a week.
we got the keys to the apartment like 2 days before, and then we went to see you in Connecticut.
Right,
we got
right.
it. We went out to dinner. And we got a cake from St. Ambrose in New York.
Oh, right, because we wanted the princess torta.
Yes, which didn't actually taste like the Swedish princess cake.
But it was beautiful. And we were so excited. And we toted this back from
New York on the train
to Connecticut.
So we got a cake in New York, brought it back to Connecticut, had a nice dinner out, and that was that. Like we had a nice
we
dinner.
went to like a new restaurant opening.
And Mama Scoop was there because she had ridden with us when we moved from Michigan to New York, and so she rode with us, and she was still staying with us like right when we were doing the move.
We also went to. Did we go to Paris that fall? But that wasn't like a birthday.
No, I mean we just did a dinner, like a dinner all together,
like a nice classy dinner.
Yeah. That's giving 30s.
Honestly, I remember for our 21st birthday too. Like everyone's like, "Oh, 21st! Like, what are you doing?" And we went to this place on Michigan State's campus called the State Room.
Yes.
And what we started this tradition that it was like everybody turned 21. You get a free meal on your birthday,
which as a college
it was
student,
like steak, right? And you're just like, oh,
fancy.
My God. So you get a free meal, and your friends would pay for we would get like a flight of wine. That was our thing. We all got like a fancy flight of wine
for the person that turned 21.
and we would all like split that cost. And everybody else, they'd be like, and for you, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to do the filet mignon with the side of the potatoes, and then a little extra asparagus, and then for dessert I'll do the flan. And then they're like, and for you, and you're like, I like the side salad.
Yeah, for everybody that didn't have the free birthday
could you put
meal.
Some extra croutons, and we're like, can you keep bringing the free bread? Yeah, because we were so
They'll
poor.
be like, we're gonna share the cheese plate.
Yeah.
Is the side of whatever? I'll do the side of mac and cheese. No, I don't need anything else. Everybody else would skimp it out, and
then go
the person
home and,
who
like, eat a full meal.
whose birthday it was.
Yeah, and that was like our tradition.
Oh my gosh, that was so much
and
fun.
honestly, it's like, okay, what? You're just going out to dinner?
Yeah.
But that was the nicest. It's like the people you're with
Yeah.
that make the biggest difference, I think. Okay, but like focus. 30. What could she do?
Well, I was thinking our friend, this girl said a lot of her friends like don't live in town. We had one of our really good friends lives in California. And she turned 30, but what she did to like keep people included, she had everybody write in.
I wonder if I can even find.
Like she sent out. It was so cute. It was a text, but it was like a handwritten letter for the text, and it was like, I would love. She did a bonfire out in California and was like, I'd love to like read at this bonfire, like read out loud some of these like great memories. A memory.
Yeah, what she said. I'm asking those I love. And I cherish for a memory you have of us together where we either had a shared experience of joy or you witnessed me experiencing joy, whatever that might look like or feel like for you.
And so she read these at the bonfire. I think some people like sent ones like, oh, don't share this. Like, I just want to keep it personal. But
I sent like a voicemail.
Having these memories, like what a great way to transition into a new decade.
And remember all these years that you're like, wow, we've experienced so many like highs already.
Yeah. So that would be a great way to keep people involved that maybe aren't in town.
And also, can I say for something that's like distance too, if you're doing something like that, I had my bridal shower during COVID, which it was like, the first couple months of COVID. And I had this beautiful like lunch planned in one of my favorite restaurants in Michigan, and we weren't able to do that. And I was really sad. And what Sarah ended up planning was this like virtual bridal shower. She sent me these little, I don't know where you got them from, but they're these little like jar cakes.
Oh, yeah.
And she sent me like a little tiara. So it was like, I had to wear this and I got to eat the cake and stuff. And we also shared a memory of, I think it was how we met, or like a happy memory.
Yeah, it was
with all the different
like
people
happy
on this
memory.
call. And that would be a really fun, I mean, I have a picture I took of myself afterwards crying because I was just like, I'm so happy. Like because I was really sad that I didn't get to do my bridal shower that I had in my mind, but it was so special. And I was like, I still felt so special.
Yeah.
And it was such a great memory. Thank you.
Aw,
I don't know where
you're
you got
welcome.
that jar
I
of
don't
cake,
remember.
but it was good. Maybe it was on Etsy or
I
something.
might have just been something that was like going on during that time.
Sometimes
Like
Grubhub will do like delivery treats from,
it was something.
different, states or whatever. But I think that would be
Definitely like even like if you're missing your friends that can't be there in person, like doing a little virtual celebration would be great. Like a little girl wine night, or just like a sip and chat night.
Yeah. My family and a few friends do live in town.
Yeah, so plan even just like a chill dinner all together.
Honestly, we follow Mel Miller.
Oh yeah. Oh, she has a little dinner party.
And her thing this year has been to host a dinner party. I don't remember how many it is throughout this year.
I think it's 12. I think she's
but, like once a month. But the themes that she's come up, I mean, in most other countries besides the US, it's like when it's your birthday, you're the one that's hosting something. Mm-hmm. So that would be really fun if you're like, I'm hosting it. It's my 30th birthday.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, it's going to be Italian theme. You have some like cute tomato centerpieces.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be Great Gatsby theme or whatever.
Oh, I love that.
Just like choose something that you want to do, that's fun. Dress up, order from your favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
Get like a little catering. Ask your friend, oh, can you bring a cake? Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
do the party you want to do, even if it's low key.
And I don't think sometimes I think people feel like they want to be waiting for other people to initiate something for your birthday.
You're 30 now. You're independent.
But the truth is, like, I mean, we have the same birthday, which helps us out. But
Yeah.
I'm always one like, oh, come over for a birthday party that I'm gonna throw. Like, come over for my birthday. Like, sometimes I think you have to initiate.
and the older you get, that's
true.
just the reality of it. Is like,
have to initiate.
If you want something, you go get it. You make it happen.
Yeah. So
You
if
plan
if you're feeling like you want to do something special, just send
Plan
out an
it out.
invite to people. If you want some words of affirmation, send out like our friend did, a note to like, share some happy memories.
Yeah. And
But-
maybe you can even do like that kind of like virtual celebration.
Yeah.
And then you can then you can do the little party. I think when it's your birthday week, I'm all for extending things where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, there's a friend who can't make it. Let's get a lunch. Let's get
It
a
doesn't have to
long
be
lunch.
all on that date.
No.
Like, oh, you can't make it? Well, let's hang out this week.
Something else I do is, like for your birthday, you get all these emails of like, here's a free $15 coupon. Claim your free Sunday. So every year for my birthday,
that's
I
so
make a
good.
note of all the free things that are coming in. And then on my birthday or like the week of, I'm like, do I want the free Starbucks drink? Yes, I do. Oh, do I want that free cookie today? $15 off of Madewell. Ooh, I've been eyeing that shirt. And I just go through and claim it. I'm like,
Yes.
let's go free shopping.
Yes, a little free Dairy Queen cone, a little
Yeah.
free whatever.
And there are also
That's
websites
great.
that will like consolidate it. And then you're literally on a personal date by yourself. And you're like,
That is so fun. That's a great way to treat yourself for
and
your
you feel
birthday.
like, wow, I have this like overload of cool things I can get for free.
I love that. Lock that one in. Lock that one in.
I started doing that like when I was in Minnesota by myself, and I was just like, oop, free this, free that,
Yeah.
ice cream, cookie. Oh, I can get a pizza. Like shopping here. I think J. Crew will give you like $30 if you're signed up.
All right. Well,
Start those
shopping
email
spree.
signups.
And hope that's some good suggestions for
Happy
your 30th birthday. Yes.
30,
Woo.
flirty, and thriving.
Make those moves. I'm feeling it, no stopping it.
Okay, this one's a little long, so here we go.
Buckled in.
Okay. Hi, Sarah and Leah. I'm sure I'm not the only millennial in this situation, but how should I deal with in-laws pressuring me to have kids? Oh gosh, here we go. My husband and I are 32, just got married last year, and are enjoying this next phase of our relationship. We're so happy together, besides the fact that every time we see his parents, they drop comments about when we're going to start trying for kids.
Oh, Karen.
I mean, like, can you leave me alone?
I just married your beautiful son. Can you just calm down?
Wedding bells and baby bells. At first, I just laughed it off and said something like, maybe someday, but it's getting to the point where I get annoyed before seeing them because I know at some point during their visit, they're going to steer the conversation to, when are you having kids?
You're like, Karen.
Okay, that's funny because
When are you retiring?
my old dental hygienist name was Karen, and every time I went, she'd be like, so when you having kids? And of course her hands were in my mouth. I was like,
always the longest stories when they're like, let me just put my whole hands.
seriously. My husband and I honestly haven't made up our minds if we want kids and are enjoying being married. Absolutely. They just got married.
Girl.
Being able to travel and build our relationship. The last time my mother-in-law came over, she said, oh my gosh, having kids would give our lives meaning. But I feel like my life has plenty of meaning now.
This is the generational divide.
I've brought this up to my husband, and he said whenever his parents say anything to him, he just tries to change the subject or laugh it off. But I feel
different
like
as the girl.
it's different. But I feel like I need to address the situation so they'll stop asking. What should I do?
Well, I mean, we've all gotten that. Every female out there has definitely got that. So
just the normalization of
anyone else having a baby?
the normalization of asking someone, even if it's like casually, someone like you don't even know, you're like, so do you have kids? When are you having kids?
So when are you about to undertake this big journey with your body and your husband or your partner?
And it's just like, okay, so 1st
You're
of
like,
all,
wow, let's take your nose out of my business. Ooh.
I think you were starting it the right way, just kind of like, yeah,
Totally.
like,
And most people would get the hint of like,
laugh it off. Like,
okay, she's
someday,
trying to sidestep.
if they're not giving you an answer right away, like maybe back off. But apparently this mother-in-law especially is not getting that. It's so hard. Like your husband's like, oh, I'm just laughing off, whatever. It's like, okay, but they're not talking about your body. It's different when you're the
They're
girl.
not saying like, hey, when are you going to lose those 15 pounds? Oh, when are you finally going to bulk up?
Yeah, it's
Right? He would not be just like, oh, the 15th time that comes around. He'd be like, you just stop.
it's also different. Like I can see you like asking your husband, like, yeah, they keep mentioning this. Like, do you mind? You know, you're basically
That's
telling
what-
them.
But that's what I was going to say is maybe the first line of
Like,
action
maybe-
is just have him say something.
But she said that she brought it up to him. But guys
No,
are
she brought it up to him, but she didn't say, can you talk to your
right.
mom
That's
about
what I'm saying. Guys are dense. Like when she brings it up to him, she's probably thinking, okay, this means, can you like tell your mom to break up?
And he's just like, oh, just laugh it off.
And she's like,
Or just
no,
wave
but
it off.
like, can you go like have a conversation with your parents? Like, hey, you know, whatever. We're having a great time being married. You know, can you stop with the kid questions? Like, it's just a lot. But honestly, if your mother-in-law is like saying
lot.
things to you, you might just need to be like, you know, I don't really feel like discussing when we're gonna have kids with you. Like, if you feel like a firm, how would you say that in like a?
I think what I would say,
That's a pretty personal question.
I wouldn't take it even in that sense.
How would you take it?
Like
What would you do?
I would try and take any edge off of it because you want as nice of a relationship with your in-laws as possible.
You do.
I might just say something like, you know, what are we gonna call her? Karen. I guess let's call her Karen. Like Karen, like I so appreciate your like excitement to grow our family, and like I love being a part of your family. Like I feel like this is sort of like a personal thing with me and Josh. And you know what? Like I think maybe like it's making me feel kind of pressured because you have asked me quite a few times the last time we've seen each other. I know you'd like be like, and I know like you're just excited. I think in the future, let's not talk about that. But when we are ready, you'll be one of the first people that I come to.
But what if? But they said they're not sure if they want to have kids.
Well,
Then I won't
she
be
ain't gonna
talking to
ever
you.
hear about the conversation, is she?
Oh, you never heard
be like,
from me?
Be like, but like, you know, if that with like when if that situation comes up, then like you'll definitely be one of the first people to know.
Yeah, I think I might jokingly, if she's like,
or even just to, like put her at bay for a little while and be like, you know, like we've just gotten married, like we definitely want a couple of years of just enjoying our time together. That way, at least you've got maybe 2
That's
years.
true.
You got 2 years before she's like checking the clock.
That's true.
Baby,
That's true.
Baby meter going off.
That's true.
You
Yeah,
know,
I was gonna
stave
say
her off for just a little. Keep pressing
keep
it back.
But sometimes like if she's like, oh, so any thoughts about having kids? You know, I might like laugh it off and just be like, oh my gosh, well, you know, we're not there right now. Or just like, you know, oh, that's kind of
I just thought like a very dirty thing to say, but I'm not going to say it. This is a PG rated podcast. Sometimes.
It's just hard to be like, oh my gosh, you know,
it's also weird because it's like, this is your son. It's just like what we're doing in the bedroom. I do not want to discuss this with you.
What's my
we're
son
having
doing in the
copious
bedroom?
night, you know, it's like, well, this is activity.
That does make it awkward. That does make it awkward where you're like, I don't want to discuss this with you.
And like, I mean, it's just kind of weird. People are like, oh, are you trying? Are you trying? And you're like, yeah, you know what that actually means?
I know. It's like, okay.
We're spending a lot of time solo together.
So like,
you got it?
That's so hard though, because there is such a difference now between our generation and we looked this up because one of our other, something else someone was asking on a different episode was about like what age people get married. And we talked about like how in Europe, like timeline is different. It's like 5 years later.
Yes.
Like people get married about 5 years on average later.
People move out of their like family homes at like 35, 36.
Yeah.
And
It's
they're
like-
not like, so they move out when they're getting married.
I think it's the average age of getting married was like, I think in Spain it was like 33. And then having kids was like 36 or 37. So I think often like previous generations think that by the time you're 30, you should have a kid and you should have whatever. But
a lot of shoulds in there.
But there's so much different, so many things are changing. And yeah, sometimes
Like
like
what she's saying, give your life meaning. And I think that's the biggest thing is that we as, and there have been so many, you know, discussions and writings about this. That's like we as millennials are the first sort of generation that are starting to realize that we have a lot of things, like a lot of purpose outside of that sort of should
domestic roles.
placed role as mom.
Yeah. Like we have a lot of ownership of just like
that-
self-identity
just that
outside
you
of
have the
motherhood.
ability to choose.
Ability to choose.
Because before it was sort of like, oh, like I know I have to have kids.
or should.
Or I should have kids. But it was just like a
It just happens. It's what everybody does.
progression thing. Like I will get older. I will have children.
Yeah.
And now we're like, do I want it? I don't know. Let's think about this. Let's make sure I'm making
Yeah.
a decision that I feel good
And
about.
let's also say you owe your mother-in-law, you owe Karen nothing. You do not have to give her answers. If she's asking you, you owe her nothing. And you
No.
don't need to feel like you have to rush a decision to appease her of all people. Like you want to keep things friendly
Exactly.
with your in-laws, but like
I think just if it's annoying you, ask your partner to talk to her about and just be like, you know, whatever. She's feeling
Yeah.
like a little sensitive about this, or just like, you know, feels self-conscious about this topic. And I think she would like it if you would just, you know, not talk about this topic.
but
But if she keeps talking to you, then you need to have the conversation with her, whether nicely, like I was saying, or just, I mean, I think nicely in general, but to just, you can put your foot down and just be like, you know, she's like, so any thoughts? And just be like, you know, I just don't feel comfortable talking about this with you, or like, it's not the time for us yet, but when it is, I will let you know.
yeah, I think that's good. Like when the time
Keep
is
it short. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be a whole rhetoric.
And you know, you could even say something like, "Oh man, I know so many people that are trying to have kids and they just can't right now." So that's a really tough question to just be asking people. Like I would
That's
maybe
also good because then it's like she doesn't know whether you're going through that. She doesn't know.
right. Because I always want to say that when random people
Or like, you know what? I've heard that's one of the top questions you're not supposed to ask somebody else.
yeah, like just
That's really-
jokingly,
it's
and
really
they're like,
personal.
more
Karen.
salad, please. The breadsticks are delicious.
Exactly. You're like, wow, I've read that that's one of the top questions that you don't ask other people.
And just like, and just move on. And Karen will be like,
And Karen will be like, what now?
but yeah, you keep doing you. You enjoy your early marriage
Some
years.
people, yeah.
And you owe Karen nothing. You owe Karen nothing.
Let's all say it together.
You owe Karen nothing.
All right. Last question.
Last question. Getting some good ones today.
I know. That was a good one. Especially in your 30s. That just
You
comes.
know.
All right. Hi, girls. Looking for long distance relationship advice. Ooh. Okay.
All right.
We have dealt with that. My boyfriend of a year and a half recently got accepted into an out-of-state master's program in Georgia.
Ooh.
Oh, that's amazing. This is his dream school, and I'm so happy for him. Oh, that's amazing. He asked if I would be open to moving with him for the 2 years of his program.
Okay.
But I love my job so much and I'm just starting to get established with my career. It's a great job that has lots of growth potential and we both see ourselves settling down long term in our current town, Charleston, South Carolina.
Love
okay, you're in Charleston, do not move.
Stay.
We love Charleston. Sorry, I got distracted by Charleston. We've been talking about how doing long distance, which I know would be hard, would allow us to both follow our dreams and stay together. Do you think long distance can work? And how can we make it a great 2 years, even if we can't see each other all the time?
Okay.
This is like taken out of my life.
I know. Take it. Go ahead. Boom.
Okay.
Passing the torch.
Put me in the place of your, is it husband?
Did I say boyfriend?
Boyfriend. Okay.
Boyfriend. But boyfriend of a year and a half?
Boyfriend of a year and a half. Okay. Long-term partner.
Long-term
This
partner.
happened to me. I got into my dream program for opera for 2 years. Same situation. It was my dream. Great, like accomplished. Colin had his like great job here. And I was like, what do I do? Like, do you want to move to Minnesota with me? Like, it's just going to be 2 years. Like, we do ultimately want to be back in Connecticut, same as you, that you want to be in Charleston. And Colin's like, well, you have to follow your dream. Are you kidding? Like, you're going to do this, but he didn't really want to move either. He's like, we've got our place. I've got my job. Like, and so we just made long distance work. In that first like conversation, he's like, I'm looking at Delta right now. Oh, yep. There are flights. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Like there's some direct flights from here to there. Yeah. Great. I mean, you're already in the South.
I mean, what's the distance between?
Should we Google?
Yeah, like if we're
It
saying
just
like
says Georgia. Let's see, Georgia.
put like Atlanta and Charleston.
Charleston?
Because yeah, you're not like California.
because like Minnesota to Connecticut is a long.
Yeah, like I'm feeling like it's probably
could be
drivable,
drivable.
like every other weekend or something. Like, plus if he's in school, he's gonna have
5
breaks.
hours.
Okay, you could do that for like a long weekend, but you could also like meet halfway for like,
That's true. That's only 2.5 hours each way.
you know, even if it's like, okay, I mean, I know that's a lot. Like you could like, okay, we'll get a hotel for a weekend, like once a month, and just like meet up. Or, I mean, honestly, that's not a bad drive if you're gonna stay. And he's got summer
And I'm
vacation
saying,
as
like,
a student.
the flight has to probably be not that awful too.
Right.
If it's like that easy to drive, like
Right.
That's
but
an
as
hour-long flight.
as a student,
Maybe.
you're done early May, June, July, August. You've got 4 months. You've got a month off at Christmas.
and that's what I did too with Minnesota
You know?
Opera. Was that I was like, we had the whole holidays off, we had all the summers off for the off season. And I would just come home. That's a lot of time you have together, and we made our best efforts to see each other every 3 to 4 weeks.
And you know there's an end because his grad program is 2
That's
years.
exactly what I'm saying. Is like if it was indefinite, that like he wants to go there, he wants to work
Right.
there, then I think that's a bigger conversation of
like,
are we
relocating
relocating?
on the same page?
But if the goal is to come back to where you are, it sounds like like you
Right.
like
As
long
long as-
distance. And Colin and I got married the day before I started long distance. So like we literally just got married, and then I was like, bye. I was
next
on the
day.
plane. I was on the plane, and Colin texted me saying, "You've been the best wife ever for 24 hours. I love you so much." And I'm like on the plane, like,
oh, that's so cute.
but I will say, so I was like very sad about doing long distance, but I would not give up that period of my life for anything because I feel like I learned so much about myself. So I never lived by myself. It was just, you get to do like your own schedule, but still have the partner. So it's like you get to have single time in like lifestyle version, but then you also have your partner. You're going to get to travel to an awesome new city to do cool stuff. When you get together, it's like, I have this whole list of things I really want to show you. Like my favorite
Right.
restaurant, let's go. You get that honeymoon phase just like every couple weeks when you see each other, and it's really nice.
And I think if you're both committed to making it work, because it sounds like this guy, he's like,
You
would you
will
want to
make it
come
work.
with me? Like he seems like
Right,
he's
not
willing
like
to make it work.
"So, bye."
I think if both people are committed, then it can definitely work.
For sure.
I would say, like you said, if you have flights or plans booked, like this weekend, so it's not just like
plan out the first couple visits, buy them up.
so you know it's figured out.
You know you have those dates to look forward to. And even just tell your family, like, all we're asking for is miles or airline, give them the airline gift cards this year, or like, can you buy one flight? This will be my birthday gift. That's what we did. We were like, for our wedding gift, for some people, we're like, we'll just take a flight.
What did you do with Colin? He had like that little box.
It's called, I was just about to say this, it's called the Love Box.
We'll put the link for this in the show notes.
And ultimately it's like a little jewelry box. Ultimately that you just open and has a little heart on the front. Connects to an app for like for your partner, or anyone who has the app, and they'll send you a little message or a picture, and it goes right to the little box. And when you see that you have a love message, the little heart will be spinning on the outside. So I would come back from a rehearsal, be standing in my kitchen, and all I would hear was this little spin, and I'm like, oh, I have a message. And it would be Colin. I took screenshots of every single one that he sent me.
Cute stuff.
And it would be like, hey dear, I'm missing you a lot tonight. Can't wait for us to be together in 2 weeks. Like, I love you so much, even from far away. I took a picture of every single one. And it's just like,
so it shows it in the box.
Mm-hmm. So it's like you open up this little screen that gives the love message.
That's so cute. I can't handle it.
And he got me that for Christmas that first year, and I sobbed because I just thought it was such like a selfless, like really beautiful thought out gift.
That is so beautiful. I mean, that's as close as you can get.
I still have it.
So
like if we do a long distance thing, like I'll bring it with me. And now they probably have even like a more updated version.
That's adorable.
But that was something that I just absolutely loved.
I love that. No, stop.
I'm gonna make you cry.
So cute. That's just so wholesome. Oh, that goes in the category of our 30s, like sourdough baking, bird watching,
love messages,
note sending.
Yes.
Oh, well, I think you can make it work. I think if you both want, the 2 years are going to fly by, especially when you've got 4 months off in the summer.
And it's not an if, it's how.
It's how. As if you say, we're making this work. I mean, if you make it work, you're end game.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I say about Colin's. Like, we learned so much about communication. We learned how to show love from a distance without physical touch, which is my love language for sure, and quality time, which is Colin's. It's like you learn how to communicate and show love in different ways than what you're used to, and that grows your relationship.
And you have to communicate. Like, you have to communicate if you are doing long distance. It can't be like, I haven't heard from you. It has to be.
And I had friends who would be like, oh, every night at 8:00, my husband called. I mean, as performers, there's so many married people who do long distance all the time. Like, 9:00, it's FaceTime with the husband or the kids. Right. And it's just like, you come up with this schedule that works for you. Regular communication, regular visits,
openness about how you're feeling. If you're feeling lonely one day.
Yeah. Because, and honestly, enjoying that time that to figure out more things about yourself
and really dive into your work, which you said you love. Like,
it's
dive
really
into
special.
That. Yeah.
It's really special.
Oh, that's so special. Get that box.
I'm feeling so excited for you because it's hard, but it's also an amazing time.
Yes.
Amazing experience.
And your
relationship is going to be so strong.
You're going to do it.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh, thank you for tuning into this week's episode 9.
I'm losing track.
And if you want to be featured in next week's episode, send us a DM at the Inside Scoop Podcast on Instagram. We're checking our DMs all the time, and you can be featured anonymously on our next episode.
Yeah.
We'll see you back next Tuesday.
Bye.